So today I'm gonna run it back on the time I took an unpaid job, shot this ill photo of Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar, and then got that photo published in Rihanna's huge ass book.
Back on deck on my fly shit, really on my shit, pay some respect to my mindset, head blowing smoke, catch a contact.
This book is heavy as hell. It weighs over 15 pounds, it has over 1,000 images, and one of my photos made the cut. Now you're probably asking yourself, Ben, how did you do it? How'd you get your photo in Rihanna's book? And I'm gonna tell you that right after this intro. Welcome back to another Run It Back episode where I deep dive into my past projects and I break them down for you. If you're new to this channel, we are dedicated to providing education, inspiration, and motivation to content creators covering filmmaking, photography, freelance business, and more. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and get notified on future videos one time. So for those of you who don't know, back in 2016, I got the opportunity to go on tour with Schoolboy Q as his personal videographer, photographer for the Blank Face World Tour. And on that tour, I created a ton of social content, as well as a web series that was really well received and helped build my career. And after that tour, I ended up building a really good working relationship with Q's label, Top Dog Entertainment.
Top Dog Entertainment.
And for those of you who live under a rock, TDE is responsible for finding Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, SZA, J-Rock, and all the other artists that are legends on that label. So at that time, I kind of became their go-to guy for content for various projects for all their artists, shooting concerts, events, music stuff, and so on. So let's skip forward to December 17th, 2017. I get a text from TDE asking me if I was available to shoot a recap for their annual TDE Christmas concert and toy drive. This is a really cool philanthropy event that TDE does every year for the Nickerson Garden Projects in Watts, California, which are the same projects that Top and J-Rock are from. Thousands of people come from all over to see their favorite artists perform, and the ticket price to get in is a toy donation. These toys will be distributed to the projects the next day, giving thousands of kids an opportunity to experience Christmas who might not ever have that opportunity otherwise. So as a fan of TDE, I was excited for the opportunity, but two problems lied ahead for me. Number one, the job was unpaid, and number two, I had a flight booked to go back to Iowa the day of the event, so I would have to pay for the change fee. So before getting this text, I was honestly burnt out. 2017 was a crazy year. I worked my ass off all year long. I was looking forward to going home, relaxing, seeing my family and friends. And not to mention, flights back to Iowa were incredibly expensive. I was already paying so much that the change fee was gonna be brutal. But I said yes. This is something I always advocate for on the Black with No Cream podcast. I'm a fan of saying yes because you never know where the opportunity is gonna come from in any gig you do. I paid the change fee, confirmed with TDE that I was down, and the next day I showed up to shoot the festival. The festival was chaos. There was like 12,000 people in the crowd. There was like 10 billion people backstage and on stage. It was so packed we could barely move. I also found out that TDE had recruited like 5 or 6 other videographers that were all gonna be part of my team that I would basically be in charge of directing to make sure we were getting the best coverage possible of the entire event for a recap video. I wanted to make sure that we were getting coverage of interviews of people at the event, the artists backstage, the performances, the toys being dropped, and the crowd reactions. There was just so much to juggle. The day was going great. A ton of awesome artists performed. Everyone in the crowd was going crazy. It was a really cool experience. And as usual, Kendrick was the last artist to perform, coming out, and we were getting all the coverage we could. And that's when I got the call over the walkie-talkie that Rihanna was coming to perform. Yeah, she was the surprise special guest. I had no idea. I quickly tried to prepare everyone on the walkies and make sure that we were all in the right spots to get the coverage, and that's when it happened.
What you say?
Rihanna walks out on the stage, everyone's going crazy. Wait, before I go on, this shot right here, the Steadicam shot that you're looking at right now, we didn't plan to have a Steadicam with us at all. I was actually in the crowd and this dude pulled up on me who is part of Black with No Cream and told me he was a member, and he had his Steadicam vest on with this whole rig and he was just getting content on his own. So I just grabbed him and brought him up on stage, and I think I actually told him to point the camera over in this area right before Rihanna came on. I just said, keep shooting, you're going to shit your pants. Anyways, Rihanna comes out, the crowd's going crazy. Her and Kendrick perform their song Loyalty. To be honest, I had no idea how long she'd perform. 1 song, 2 songs, 5 songs? Who knows, but I needed to act like she was only gonna perform 1 song and make sure I got all the coverage I could get. I hopped onto a speaker to get some footage. I quickly switched over to get some photos. And there was even this point where Rihanna literally played to my camera. It was sick.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Hey. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
I then went to the other side of the stage stage and the sun was like setting behind the crowd and the shot looked so sick. So I grabbed my Canon and I ran out between the two of them and I like knelt down and started shooting, and then I stood up and got like 6 wide shots of them both performing. And then that was it. Rihanna and Kendrick played a couple more songs, they finished the set, everyone left, and I busted my ass over to a nearby restaurant so I could finally eat some food and just hammer out a quick edit on my photos. I shared them over to TDE, posted a couple to my Instagram, went home and started packing for my flight back to Iowa, where I would then sit down and start to edit this video. And this is where part of it kind of sucks because I didn't plan on having to edit so much footage or edit at all. I was planning on going home and being able to relax, like I said. But instead I sat in my kitchen at my parents' house, not getting to hang out with anybody, and just really honed in on the edit and tried to piece together all this footage from all these different creators. I really tried to make a piece that would work for this. And I did finish the video, but for some reason, I don't even remember why, it just got put on the shelf. It never came out, which was a bummer. But as a tip, I wanna let you know, these types of things happen. Sometimes your projects just don't come out, and you can't let that get to you, because there's nothing you can do about it. So that sucked, because I was really looking forward to putting the video out, and I just wasted a bunch of days at my house, and I didn't get paid. But remember how earlier I said, just say yes because you have no idea where the opportunities are gonna come from with every single job you take? Well, almost 2 years later, I get this email with a request for my photos from Rihanna's team. Somehow out of all the photos that have ever been taken of Rihanna, they remembered my photos and they wanted to include that in her upcoming book. I was super hyped. I said yes, of course. I sent over all the high-res images. And then about 9 months later, this is Rihanna's book. I have a photo in this book somewhere. It comes in a goddamn carrying case. I remember opening all the packaging, pulling the book out, looking through every single page, seeing all these amazing images from amazing photographers of a pop icon. And then I open up the page and see my photo as a 2-page spread.
Ooh, ooh, it's a full court press photo in there, you heard? It's pretty tight.
Saying yes was totally worth it. I have no idea how else to explain the feelings I got from seeing my photo in this book.
Boom. Check this out. Picture credits. Photographed by Ben Rover's World. Damn! There ain't that many names in this book.
How crazy is that? An unpaid job turned into my photos getting published in a book that was sold worldwide and became a Barnes & Noble bestseller. It just goes to show you that you need to take every job you can get, put your head down, put the work in, and get after it. Sometimes it'll pay off, sometimes it won't, but when it does, that shit feels good. All right, I appreciate you. Subscribe if you found this video helpful, and join our private community of creators. The link is in the description below. Enjoy the work week, keep creating, and I'll see you next week, you bitch! I think I just broke my podcast mic, but goddamn, this book is huge.
This whole thing just fell from here. Whoops.